Hey everyone, this video shows how to replace the PC's power supply unit for Dell Precision T1650. First, shut down the computer and unplug all of its cables. Power supplies store a lot of electrical energy inside their capacitors, even after they are unplugged. To safely discharge them, press the main power button and hold it down for at least 20 seconds to drain any residual electricity left floating in the system. You might see the PC's internal lights or fans spin or flash briefly as this remaining energy escapes. This is completely normal and confirms the system is making it completely safe to work on. Lay the PC case flat on its side and take off its side panel. Now we can see all the parts in the case. The power supply unit is right here. If you are using a standard custom-built PC, any ATX power supply from a reputable brand will fit. However, if you are working on a proprietary pre-built desktop from a brand like Dell, HP, or Lenovo, keep in mind they often use unique shapes and custom motherboard connectors. For those systems, your best bet is to check the model number of the original unit and buy the same model. You may also buy a different model, but need to make sure it is compatible with your PC to avoid severe hardware damage. I got this new power supply unit which is a different model, but it is compatible with this PC. By verifying the specs beforehand, I ensured this new unit precisely matches the original unit's physical dimensions, motherboard pin configurations, voltage outputs, and cable lengths, giving us a perfect fit with zero compatibility issues. There are many parts in the case. If this is your first time, it can look overwhelming. Here is my absolute favorite pro tip. Take out your phone and take high-resolution photos of everything right now. Get close-ups of all the cables and connectors related to the power supply. These pictures will be your ultimate reference guide, showing you exactly where every cable plug, route, and connection belongs when you install the new power supply. All the cables connected to the old power supply unit needs to be removed from the case along with the unit itself. Always install the new power supply using only its own included cables, as mixing power cables from different units can cause severe damage to your components. To disconnect the SATA power connector from the storage drive, firmly grip its black plastic head and pull it straight away from the storage drive. If the connector feels stubborn, you can gently wiggle it from side to safely break the friction grip without damaging the drive's delicate plastic port. Before disconnecting the 24-pin connector from the motherboard, make sure its cable is free to move. To remove the large 24-pin motherboard connector, first locate the plastic release latch on the side of the plug and squeeze it down firmly with your thumb. While keeping the latch fully pressed to unlock the hook, grip the solid plastic head of the connector. Finally, slowly rock the plug from side to gently walk the pins out of the tight socket without flexing the circuit board. To disconnect the SATA power connector from the optical drive, simply grip the plastic head and pull it straight out horizontally. The CPU power connector is located in the top left corner of the motherboard. Firmly squeeze the plastic release latch on the side of the plug to unlock it from the board's mounting ridge. Grip the solid plastic head and use a gentle side-to-side rocking motion to pull the connector straight out of its tight socket. Before unscrewing the power supply unit, carefully trace all of its attached cables to ensure they are completely untangled and free to move. This prevents any stray wires from snagging on delicate motherboard components or catching internal brackets as you slide the PSU out of the case. To release the power supply from the case, use your Phillips head screwdriver to remove the 4 standard screws located around the power intake grill on the back of the case. After removing the mounting screws, locate the PSU release tab on the case floor directly adjacent to the power supply. Firmly press down on this release tab to disengage the locking mechanism holding the unit in place. While keeping the tab fully pressed, slide the power supply forward into the case to completely free it from its mounting position. Take the power supply unit out of the case. Carefully put the new power supply unit into the computer case. Make sure the orientation of the unit is correct. Push the unit until the PSU release tab clicks upward, locking the PSU securely into position. Now, refer back to those phone photos taken earlier. Route the new cables. Connect the 24-pin power cable to the motherboard. Push it into its socket until you hear a distinct, mechanical click. Connect the CPU power cable to the motherboard. Push it into its socket until you hear a distinct, mechanical click. The power supply has two SATA cables. All these SATA connectors are identical. We can plug any of them into either the storage drive or the optical drive based on whichever is easiest to reach. Simply route the cable so it flows naturally, and use the connectors that line up best with the drives to avoid straining the wires. Now connect the SATA power cable to the storage drive. And connect the other SATA cable to the optical drive. Once all connections are secure, neatly route and organize the cables to ensure they don't press against the motherboard or interfere with other internal components, which also helps maintain optimal airflow inside the case. Secure the new power supply with its 4 mounting screws at the back of the case. Now we can install back the side panel of the case. At this point, I realized a problem. The SATA cable for the storage drive protrudes past the edge of the case, preventing the side panel from being closed. Unplug this SATA connector and we can compare the SATA connectors of the new and old power supplies. The original power supply has right-angle SATA connectors. On a right-angle connector, the cable exits the plastic plug at a 90-degree bend, allowing the wire to run immediately flush along the backside of the drive. This compact design is ideal for tight spaces, as it requires very little clearance between the drive and the computer's side panel. The new power supply has straight SATA connectors. On a straight connector, the cable enters the back of the plastic plug in a direct, linear path. Because the rigid wires exit straight out from the drive, they require significantly more physical clearance, which prevents the computer's side panel from closing if the drive bay is positioned close to the edge of the case. We can resolve this tight clearance by using a right-angle SATA power adapter. It features a single male connector that can plug into the new power supply cable, branching out into multiple right-angle female ports for drives. With the adapter in place, neatly route the remaining cables to ensure they stay clear of your motherboard and won't interfere with the rest of your system. Install the side panel. Now we finish the replacement of the power supply unit. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel for more practical tech maintenance and DIY guides. Thanks for watching and good luck with your project.